Welcome to SciZone Lab, the channel where we explore the most amazing and terrifying secrets of the universe. In this video, we will show you some of the strangest and most mysterious objects that have been discovered in space, and what we know about them so far. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button and share it with your friends. 1. Oumuamua, the alien spaceship? In October 2017, astronomers detected an unusual object that was passing through our solar system. It was dubbed Oumuamua, which means scout or messenger in Hawaiian. Oumuamua was unlike anything we had ever seen before. It was long and thin, about 800 meters long and 80 meters wide, and had a reddish color. It was also spinning rapidly and tumbling chaotically. But the most puzzling thing about Oumuamua was its trajectory and speed. It was moving faster than any comet or asteroid we had ever observed, and it was not bound by the gravity of the sun. It came from somewhere outside our solar system, and it was leaving just as quickly as it arrived. What was Oumuamua? Was it a natural object, or something more sinister? Some scientists suggested that it could be a piece of a broken planet, or a fragment of a comet that had lost its ice and dust. But others speculated that it could be an alien spacecraft, or a probe sent by an advanced civilization to spy on us. One of them was Avi Loeb, a Harvard astrophysicist who wrote a book called Extraterrestrial: The First Sign of Intelligent Life Beyond Earth. He argued that Oumuamua could be a light sail, a thin sheet of material that is propelled by the radiation pressure of the sun or other stars. He also pointed out that Oumuamua showed signs of acceleration that could not be explained by gravity alone, and that it could have been pushed by an artificial force. But not everyone agrees with Loeb's theory. Many scientists think that Oumuamua's acceleration could be due to natural phenomena, such as outgassing or solar radiation pressure. They also think that Loeb's evidence is based on incomplete data and assumptions, and that there is no proof that Oumuamua is anything but a weird rock. The truth is, we may never know for sure what Oumuamua really is, because it is now too far away for us to observe it with our current technology. It is estimated that Oumuamua is now about 40 astronomical units away from the Sun, which is more than the distance between the Sun and Pluto. It is also moving at about 26 kilometers per second, which means it will leave our solar system in about 20 years. Oumuamua remains one of the most mysterious and intriguing objects in space, and one that challenges our understanding of the cosmos. Is it a natural phenomenon, or a sign of alien intelligence? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. 2. The Pac-Man Remnant, the Star Eater. If you are a fan of classic video games, you might recognize this shape in the sky. It looks like Pac-Man, the yellow character who eats dots and ghosts in a maze. But this is not a game, this is a real object in space, and it is much more violent than it seems. This is the Pac-Man Remnant, the gassy remains of an ancient supernova that exploded in the Large Magellanic Cloud, a nearby galaxy that orbits our Milky Way. The Pac-Man Remnant is also known as N63A, and it is about 163,000 light-years away from us. The Pac-Man Remnant is the product of a star that collapsed under its own weight and exploded in a massive blast. The resulting dispersal of superheated gas took on this shape by chance. But the bright power pellets sitting in Pac-Man's path are no coincidence. They are young stars, forged from the same gas cloud that bore Pac-Man's ill-fated progenitor star long, long ago. What a pity! Looks like that star ran out of extra lives. The Pac-Man Remnant is not only a beautiful sight, but also a valuable source of information for astronomers. By studying its shape, size, temperature, and chemical composition, they can learn more about how stars die and how they affect their surroundings. They can also compare it with other supernova remnants, such as the Crab Nebula or the Cassiopeia A, and see how they differ or resemble each other. The Pac-Man remnant is one of the most fascinating and colorful objects in space, and one that reminds us of the power and beauty of stellar explosions. 3. The radio jellyfish, the ghost of a galaxy. Galaxy clusters are the largest known structures in the universe bound together by gravity. They can contain thousands of galaxies, enormous clouds of hot gas, and sometimes the glowing ghost of a jellyfish or two. In the galaxy cluster Able 2877, located in the southern sky about 300 million light-years from Earth, astronomers have discovered one such jellyfish. Visible only in a narrow band of radio light, the cosmic jelly is more than 1 million light-years wide. No structure this large had ever been seen in such a narrow band of light. What is the radio jellyfish? How did it form? And why is it so weird? The radio jellyfish is actually the remnant of a galaxy that was once part of Able 2877. About 2 billion years ago, this galaxy was stripped of its stars and gas by the gravitational forces of the cluster. As it lost its material, it also lost its magnetic field, which was responsible for producing radio waves. However, some of the radio waves remained trapped in bubbles of plasma that were left behind by the galaxy. These bubbles were then stretched and distorted by the cluster's magnetic field, creating the shape of a jellyfish. The radio jellyfish is a rare and mysterious phenomenon that reveals the history and evolution of galaxy clusters. It also shows us how galaxies can die and leave behind their ghosts in space. The radio jellyfish is one of the most eerie and intriguing objects in space, and one that challenges our perception of reality. 4. The barrier, the shield of the galaxy. The center of our galaxy is a dangerous place. It hosts a supermassive black hole that weighs about 4 million times as much as our Sun, and it is surrounded by a swarm of stars, gas, dust, and radiation. Anything that gets too close to this black hole could be torn apart or swallowed up by its immense gravity. But there is something that protects us from this cosmic monster, a barrier. The barrier is an invisible wall that shields the innermost regions of our galaxy from the rest of it. It was discovered by astronomers using NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory and ESA's XMM Newton X-ray telescope. They found that there is a sharp drop in the amount of X-rays coming from the center of our galaxy compared to its surroundings. This means that there is something blocking or absorbing the X-rays before they reach us. What is this barrier made of? And how does it work? The barrier is actually a layer of cold gas that lies about 200 light-years away from the galactic center. This gas is so dense and thick that it absorbs most of the X-rays emitted by the black hole and its environment. The gas also acts as a filter that lets through only certain wavelengths of X-rays, creating a spectrum that reveals its chemical composition. The barrier is mostly made of carbon, oxygen, and iron, which are common elements in the universe. But it also contains some rare and exotic elements, such as neon, magnesium, silicon, sulfur, argon, calcium, and nickel. These elements are usually produced by supernova explosions or by the winds of massive stars. This suggests that the barrier is the result of a violent and turbulent past in the galactic center, where stars were born and died in rapid succession. The barrier is a remarkable and mysterious structure that reveals the secrets of our galaxy's history and evolution. It also shows us how nature can create a shield that protects us from the most powerful forces in the universe. The barrier is one of the most amazing and surprising objects in space, and one that inspires awe and wonder. 5. The Helix Nebula, the Eye of God. Have you ever felt like someone is watching you from above? Well, maybe you are not wrong. There is an object in space that looks like a giant eye staring at us from the depths of the cosmos. It is called the Helix Nebula, and it is one of the most spectacular and beautiful sights in the sky. The Helix Nebula is also known as NGC 7293, and it is located about 700 light-years away from us in the constellation of Aquarius. It is a planetary nebula, which means it is the remains of a star that died and shed its outer layers. The Helix Nebula was once a star similar to our Sun, but much older. About 10,000 years ago, it ran out of fuel and started to collapse under its own gravity. As it did so, it blew off its outer layers in a series of pulses, creating a cloud of gas and dust around it. The core of the star remained as a white dwarf, a small and hot object that emits intense ultraviolet radiation. This radiation ionizes the gas and dust around it, making it glow in different colors. The Helix Nebula has a complex and intricate structure that resembles an eye. It has a bright inner ring that forms the iris, a fainter outer ring that forms the pupil, and a halo that forms the sclera. The inner ring is about 2 light-years across, and it contains knots of gas and dust that look like comets. These knots are actually clumps of material that were ejected by the star during its death throes. They have long tails that point away from the star, due to the pressure of its radiation. The Helix Nebula is a stunning and mesmerizing object that reveals the fate of our Sun and other stars like it. It also shows us how nature can create art that surpasses our imagination. The Helix Nebula is one of the most magnificent and awe-inspiring objects in space, and one that evokes a sense of wonder and spirituality. These are just some of the most bizarre and mysterious objects that have been discovered in space so far. There are many more out there waiting to be explored and understood. Space is full of surprises and mysteries that challenge our knowledge and curiosity. And who knows what else we might find in the future. Thank you for watching this video from SciZone Lab. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. See you next time on SciZone Lab, where we uncover the dark secrets of the universe.